Let me check this out. Okay, running, loading, reloading, rerunning, all that stuff is here. The only missing piece is a status of test execution. We don't see it immediately anywhere except maybe stdout output of a test runner, but it would be cool to show it no matter if we have any buffers opened. If we executed tests, I would like to see the result appear always in my ID, despite moving to other buffer, to other file, or to other task. When the test finished, I would like to see the results. And the easiest way to implement it, to show the status, probably a summary of a test run in the at the bottom of the screen, in a status bar, or in a mini buffer, in our case in Emacs. So let's implement this small but important and nice feature. As usual, I have both chats available, Tropin channel on Libera and YouTube live channel, so you can write down your thoughts, comments, questions, or whatever you find good to write. Okay, let's see. We have 22 loaded tests and we have a way to execute them. And as you can see, there's output of test execution of test reporter, and there's at the end a result of execution, which lists number of assertions, tests, and whatever else. However, I didn't see it unless I open this buffer. But I would like it to be clear what's the result of execution. And as you can see, we have unspecified value returned and printed in this small overlay, which doesn't give any additional information. So we can get rid of this value and instead put something really meaningful. But instead of putting it into overlay, because it's not really related to this place and to this part of the code, because tests executed from completely different place, I would like it to be here in a neutral area of our text editor. So let's start from our Emacs implementation of this thing, and inside testing, let's do something simple. Let's remove this overlay because we don't actually need it. Right here, multiple values, AI, array, UI, AI, show result. FMT value expression end. We don't actually need this, right? We don't need to store multiple values as well. Do we need a debugger? Yes, we need. And do we need to return a value? I don't think so. Maybe we can tell that test execution finished, like this. It makes some sense. The output of our test runner, it should be printed. At least for now, we will print it like this. you can see that we have a very seamless integration. We don't distinguish a usual test runner that utilize like usual REPL and its interactivity, and specialized test runner which integrates with ID. We have the same test runner for both cases, and we wrap around a few APIs which allow to make a deeper integration with our ID. So we removed return value, and now if I evaluate this one and go back here and re-execute stuff, you see test execution finished and all the usual stuff, but there is no return value. And now it's completely unclear that test was executed when, for example, I have only one window, only one buffer open without seeing the output. So we need to make it very clear that tests were executed. Okay. When value status. Okay. I did this one. When member status done, I will do actually instead of saying that tests execution finished and we have a value, I will message tests are executed. Very generic, doesn't mean much, but it's here. Now when I run tests, you can see at the bottom it appears tests are executed. The problem is that it's not very visible. However, I probably have a code somewhere here. Message running tests. This one, summary string, phase error phase, success phase. This should be more visible. Past all tests. For now it will be just this. The thing that we need to do is to introduce success phase, I guess. Why we do it as a function? Don't know. There's some reason for this, I guess. Maybe I have no clue. Probably because if you change color scheme, the success phase can also change. Let success phase like this. Oops. Okay. Now it's a bit clearer. The tests were executed. However, it always says the tests went well, but it may be not the case actually. So we need to distinguish two cases. We have two ways, the right way and the easy way. Let's start from the easy one. We have a runner, and inside runner we have run test. Not this one. We have another one. Run tests, which returns unspecified value. But in fact, we can return last run summary. And here insert a value. What we will have inside value? Let's see. Inside value we have a list that we can destructure past all tests. We have no loaded test. Okay, let's load project tests. Now we have 23 tests and we can execute them. What happens when we have a failing test? We have a suite. Come on. We have a suite of failures and we execute. Let's see. Let's how we structure a list in Emacs. Let a list. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Let's try this one. I don't like the special syntax for a list for destructuring, but I think it's okay. Let the list value read value, and here you can insert dot errors, dot failures, and enough, I guess. Not exactly what I expected to see. Dot errors, failures, fail. Okay. I guess okay. If success phase, and we need one more phase. Error phase. To do invalid phase reference, whatever it is, I don't know. This phase, get error phase. Don't know what this to do means, so we will ignore it. Error phase. Error. Let's see. Failed some tests. Now what we would like to put into the summary, into the run summary. Run summary. Format. What is happening with syntax highlighting here? Okay, and one more thing. Before tests are executed, we need to notify user that we started executing his tests. So if it takes some time, let's make an example. This one, sleep 5. Okay. We have a suite which takes 5 seconds to execute. And when we re-execute it, it's not clear the tests are executed. Make it do it's a bit faster. Now when I execute tests, testing run current here. Now we need one more thing. We need the GNOME emoji. What the fuck? It's a Gandalf, not a gnome. Mushroom wizard, tree carpenter, cat magician, castle, rainbow flower. Okay, how about using X, how it called? I mean, the dwarves in the Lord of the Ring. We are very keen to use the X's, and they're relatively small, at least compared to Gandalf. Oops, too much scroll. I forgot where we was. Here we was. And concat. Do we need to propertize this face? I think we need to make it standing out. Oh, concatenate. Not sure about this emoji. Symbols, signs, genders, people and body, smiley and emotions. How about the same but like a different type of humanoid creatures? I mean, this one looks good. For me personally, I would like to have this kind of sign. Gears. Okay, let's put a gear. Does it look? Oops. That's okay. Doesn't look too bad. Yeah, but I have one problem with it. Up menu match. Holiday, I search. Success. I'm looking for a different face, so it's easier to distinguish. Set. Added diff error. Actually, div changed, div added, removed. I think it can be a good list of faces. Changed. How about this one? Let's use the usual how it called modus operandi, the usual color scheme, and see the faces. Describe faces. If added, it will be green. Changed, removed, and function. Those three looks good to me. Div function. Div removed, and div added. This. Okay. Describe face. Oops. Will it work? Cool. One more time. Looks good. Don't like that the sizes varies like the box size. But it's nice and neutral. Let's see how it looks. When it fails, looks fine. Maybe I would like to be it a bit more bold and intense. Now it's too subtle. Let's see the other color scheme. Modus operandi. sounds good. Actually don't need to wait 2 seconds every time. Or maybe we need at least half of a second. Can we do like this? Or it should be integer. Use sleep. Okay. Looks okay. Describe face, but can we do better? For example, refine, diff refine added. Diff hang header. We can just add a bold property to this face, I guess. What is the difference? Refine edit is darker. Darker background. The same text color. Removed. Yeah, more intense background. Maybe a bit better. Refined. Changed function. Okay, what if we add something? Okay, now it will be a tough task. How to inherit face? Tuts. Inherit Emacs face. Hit and change. Okay, so we just use inherit and put weight bold. So let's try this one. to inherit and wait bold, and we inherit from describe if changed refine changed diff refine changed. And now success phase. Why it's so small? Boom. This one looks good. The error. Diff refine changed foreground background. Actually, I don't need to execute tests. I guess I can just do message properties this one. Testing error phase. Concat. Nope. When I evaluate the expression, it always prints it to mini buffer. Mini buffer eval. Unfortunate. What we can do? I guess we can take the expression and put it here. No. Testing. Interactive. Testing test. Okay. Why it's so small? If you put a letter here. It's a usual letter. I would say if we take this character, it's a usual one, but this character is extremely small. Okay. Is it the same character? Oh, no, it's not the same. But this one is too big. Oh, we can actually print all the three. Error, get success phase, and whatever we have. How it was called? Diff function. If we remove this one, will it change? Yeah, it seems this one is bold. Modus select. Describe face. Diff changed. Diff removed. Oh, probably I need removed. Okay. Yep, looks okay. Let's put. Oh, did you see it? It seems it two characters combined to get this warning sign. No entry, school and crossbones. Maybe we need schools and crossbones. Okay, let's copy the gear first. I mean, it seems minor that I like spend so much time choosing the way to display it, but this is what makes the experience polished, like the attention to details. Okay, the school and crossbones is fun one. I like it. So maybe we need to make variables for this one. How we define variables? Def var. Yes, like this. Array testing. Result symbols. Array testing success symbol. How about this one? Oops. To bold. The school one is funny. School. Don't know the right pronunciation. Testing success symbol. Prefix. Faulty test execution. Let's put a call here. I like this one. Now, success. Concat. One more concat. Properties. A testing symbol. Oops. Failure. The symbol error face. Success face. like this. Failure symbol. What is antonym to success? Antonym success. Failure. Misfortune. Okay, I guess failure is failure. Oops, is most relevant one. Face. Failure face. Testing. Okay. And let's see it's in action. Oops. I see. Contact. Hehehe. The only problem with skull, skull. How, how you pronounce it? Skull. Give me pronunciation. Dictionary.
Skull.
Skull.
Skull. Okay. Pronunciation. Married. Dictionary.
Dictionary.
Oh. I can't spell it.
Pronunciation.
Pronunciation.
Pronunciation. Okay. I did somewhat right, I guess. Failed some tests. Yay. Failure. The problem with Skull that if you have a fancy font, it will look, it probably will be colorful, and I have black and white images mostly, so it looks great on my machine, but maybe not the case on those machines. So I will put like alternative option here. And now I think let's commit it. By the way, we not finished our filtering yet. We don't persist the filtering anywhere. What the actual heck? We don't need this function. Is it used anywhere? Rerun. No. Rerun. Run with flux. Run plain. Don't need it as well. uh, remove fail. So type fail. Gate test progress via buffer. For big test suits, in case we would like to run them inside our IDE, it would be also cool to make a special reporter which will be updating modeline on the way of test executions. And for example, it can be present like a line of symbols, and each symbol is either dot, F, E, and S or P. So dot is the test which is not executed yet, F for failure, E for error, and P for pass, or S for success, something like this. And this line will be like dynamically updating while tests getting execute. And it can be configured via this menu. But it's like a very fancy one. I don't know if we would ever need it. Okay. I think it should be good for today, the result. This one is funny. I like this one, how it looks. And let's check on other color schemes. Models Vivendi. Nice. Okay. Sounds wonderful. Oh, what? Operandi. Yeah, this one. I prefer this color scheme mostly because of the div colors. I don't really like green and red divs. And here we have yellow and bluish divs, which I find like nicer. Like I can distinguish colors at least to some good degree, but it's just a visual preference, I would say. Aesthetic. Okay, let's do a quick recap of what we've done. Originally, when we were executing a test, you could see that it was the same as evaluating expression, and it was returning a value here in the overlay. We decided to remove overlay because when you are executing tests, your cursor position is not related to the test anyhow, and it doesn't make sense to put the test result near your cursor position because it can be confusing, because it looks like evaluation finished and, at this point, but it's not. And we decided, or I decided, to move the information about test execution to the mini buffer, and to make it a bit more clearer, the result of test execution, we put this colorful background to make it easier to grasp, to understand the result without even looking at the modeline. Because when you editing something and you run test and you immediately see the color at the bottom and you're like, okay, it failed, you don't even need to look at this. And I think it's very nice that it takes just enough attention of you, so you know that test executed, you know the result, but you don't need, to read the whole message, because you have this tiny square block of a different color, which gives you enough information, usually enough information. If you need more details, you can look at it. If you don't, you continue your work. Probably the debugger will pop up, so you will be able to already operate on the failure and edit either test or the code that led to failure. And this one is just like very clean way to represent test results, And also we added a notification that we started to execute your tests. So this message appears and you know that test execution in progress, and you see the result. Very cool. And you don't even need this buffer to be present to actually work with tests. You can have only your current code here in your Zen mode, even without modeline, like this. For example, you're very focused on your code and you re-execute. Oh, I somehow unloaded tests. I'm not sure how. Maybe I reloaded the model, or no, I didn't. But anyway, you can see that. Oh, actually, let's make a small demo of how it works. We have a function, define our function, and this function accepts number, and return increased number. Yeah, oops. We executed it, and now let's write a test which checks that the number returned by the function is equal to the number that passed to the function plus 5. Yep. Like this. So we wrote our test, we loaded our test, and now we can execute it. And now it fails. You see, we have one failure. We can see the output of the test failure. Actually, it will make sense to create a less verbose reporter that doesn't show, for example, successfully executed tests so verbosely, and will show only failures. But even this probably is not necessary, because we will be able to understand the problem from the stack trace of our debugger. But maybe printing it is not that a bad idea. Anyway, we will decide on this later. Okay, we executing our tests, and we see failures. Now we are fixing our function, and we update its implementation, and we rerun tests, and voila, now they're passing. The same set of tests was re-executed, but now we get, instead of failure, we get a success. And if we change it and rerun the tests, now it fails again, and we fix it one more time. Boom. Wonderful. Small improvement, but very important, and of course nice, and also quite polished. This feature will be visible and usable and used by almost any person who is interacting with the library, so it should be very polished. Okay, I think that's it for today. I hope you learned something interesting, and maybe you found the stream useful for you, and at least enjoyed watching me doing this cool feature. And I will see you in a bit. Bye.